This video is for our Yoruba pastors, especially the papas. Let me mention this one: Pastor Adeboye, Pastor Olukoya, Pastor Kumuyi, and others, Tunde Bakare, and Bishop Oyedepo. Sorry, with all due respect, please, this is not to discredit you or your ministry, sirs. And in fact, this one goes most importantly to Papa Adeboye. I want to ask this Yoruba men of God, do you not have Igbos in your churches? Because I know very much well that Igbos are the most, how do I put it, loyal people when it comes to spirituality. There is no Yoruba church you go that you cannot find Igbos that are laboring very well there, putting in their money. The case of Mr. Herbert Nwigwe is one. But why I'm saying this is, why I'm making this video is this. Sir, Pastor Adeboye, Papa, let me ask you, why have you become suddenly quiet over the wickedness of the governor of Lagos State and his government to the Igbos? Why have you suddenly become kept mum over the destruction and demolition of the properties legally bought by the Igbos in Lagos State especially? Why? Most of these people go to church fair, go to many places. Most of these Igbos that their properties are being destroyed, they are your members. They are in deeper life. They are in winners. They are in Christ Embassy. They are what do you call it? They are in Mountain of Fire. I know many from my own town that are ministers in Mountain of Fire. They are doing laboring. Let me not leave the fact that even in these churches, you hardly see an Igbo man that is raised to the top, yet they labor more than. They labor more than most of the Yorubas. But you are everywhere you go, you see most of the Yorubas are at the top, even when most of them know nothing. I'm sorry to say, when they are doing nothing. I know many of them, even the one that use charm and all that. We know some of the things that is going on. But I want to ask Papa Adeboye, please, Pastor Kumuyi, Tunde Bakare, I remember during Jonathan how you people, and I wonder up till now, Pastor Adeboye, you've not come out to apologize to Nigeria for your role in fighting against Jonathan. You have not done that. Tunde Bakare has not done that. And you people don't know that this thing will deny you heaven. I know your followers will come to judge me. They will come to fight me. But we're going to say the truth. I want to ask, why is it Pastor Adeboye, the wife of the president, Remini Tinubu, is in your church, and even a pastor for that matter, and you heard the comment she made about sending Igbos away and seizing their properties in Lagos State, and yet you didn't say anything about that. You didn't condemn her. You didn't give her suspension. Imagine. I want to ask you, sir, why are you keeping quiet in all this? The Igbos, their properties are being destroyed in Lagos, and I am sure that someone attends a church. And of course, I heard recently that he attended Redeemed Church, either last week or whatever, and yet nothing. Nobody is warning them about the evil they are doing. They are demolishing Igbos' properties, and you are not saying that. And yet these Igbos are people that are laboring in your church. Isn't this wickedness? Isn't this tribalism in the church of God? Why won't you speak for them? I don't want to talk about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, because I've not seen a real Yoruba pastor come out to speak that this man is saying something that, why don't you people look into what he's saying? These are things that people like Papa Adeboye should come out and speak. Pastor Kumuyi should come out and talk on it. Why is it that sometimes don't believers that are talking? And that's why they're killing people. That's why they're destroying lives. That's why there's a Christian genocide in Nigeria and none of you is talking. And you're happy. You're happy. What a wickedness. Maybe because it doesn't concern you people. But I want to tell you, I expect, and I sincerely expect that Pastor Adeboye, Pastor Kumuyi, and the rest of them, Tunde Bakare them, Papa Oyedepo them should come out. Pastor Olukoya should come out and caution Lagos State government, because one, most of these People, Igbos, that their properties are being destroyed are people that are sponsoring your church. I know some of my people in Redeem, I know some of my people in Winners, those of them in MFM, some of them in Deeper Life, that their properties are being destroyed. And yet, you people are not saying anything about it. I believe if they were to be Yorubas, you will say something about it. Let me say this. If you are a pastor to all, whether white or black, whether Igbo or Yoruba or anywhere. You are not a pastor of a particular tribe. And these things people are doing, keeping quiet, even at this time, that you people were crying, save Nigeria, save Nigeria, when Nigeria was very good. Now that Nigeria needs to be saved, all of you